Okay, so can someone tell me what is a right or a responsibility?
What is the one?
Also, if we look at our citizenship textbooks on page 153, they talk about promises, but then on page, if we look at page 157, so 157, what do they define a responsibility as? Let's see. Mohammed Nur Kareem, what would you say a right or a responsibility is?
Right or responsibility, I would say, how would I say? It's hard to explain actually. It's the right. I pretty much don't know.
Okay. So a right or responsibility, a way we can think about this is something that we need to do. So for example, let's look at this first. I want you to think about, if we look at these pictures, what are some responsibilities that everyone has? Like, what's this man doing in picture number 1? Where is he?
Walking.
He's working.
He walking.
Good. So
Yes.
some types of responsibilities we have. Going to work.
Going to work.
Good.
Responsibility for everyone.
What about this picture number 2? What kind of responsibility is this?
Taking care of family.
Taking
Do
care
they
of
make a group?
Sorry, what'd you say, Mohammed Alam?
Does it make it a group?
Oh yeah, if you're with a group of people taking care.
Taking care of the
group
group
of
of
people?
people. Yep.
Good. Yeah, sometimes maybe family, also could be our friends or just our neighbors or our community.
Yeah.
People we live. So that's a type of responsibility. Good. So when you have responsibilities like going to work, that means that you have to, you have to show up to work. If you don't go to work, are you going to be able to keep your job?
Yeah, you're gonna get fired.
Yes,
No.
you'll get fired.
We will be got fired.
Yeah. So a
You will
responsibility
be
of going to work means that we have to show up to work or we would lose our job.
It is. It's supposed to be.
Or taking care of our family. That responsibility could mean cooking, cleaning.
Everything.
Yes, cleaning. Good. Also maybe taking people to school, helping to drive. So these are responsibilities for everyone.
It is.
Now, in the 100 questions, they ask, what are responsibilities for citizens?
Oh,
To vote.
To vote.
Federal election.
Good. To vote in a federal
election.
Federal election.
Good. So a responsibility is to vote in a federal election. Now, is it a law to vote? If you don't vote, will you be arrested?
Yeah, it is the law.
Not the law. I saw Sante, you're shaking your head.
Yeah, no.
Good. So it's a responsibility. So it is a responsibility, but it is not
Law.
a law.
Law. Not the law.
Not the law. So if you don't vote,
No problem.
you won't be arrested. Some countries, like Australia, you have to pay a fine if you don't vote. But here in the United States, if you don't vote, nothing
Okay.
bad will happen to you. It is not a crime. It's a responsibility because it's good to vote. Like, can someone tell me, why would you want to vote?
Because to choose our leader, and then
Mm-hmm.
we gotta find out the new president.
Good. Yeah, you'd want to vote because you can help choose the leaders. So you have a say in our government.
Mm-hmm.
What's another important? Yes?
To travel.
Oh, yeah. That's another responsibility for United States citizens is having a passport, a United States passport. Again, this is not a responsibility is different than a law. It's not a law that you have to have a passport or to travel, but this is a responsibility. It's something you have to do, or something you can do for your country is get your passport. Good. So does anyone have any questions about this? Nope.
No.
Okay. So like we said in the last slide, a responsibility is not the same thing as a law.
Not in the law.
So let's say if you don't go to work, will you be arrested?
Not arrested, got
No.
fired.
Fire.
Fire.
You won't be arrested, so you're not breaking a crime, but you could lose your job. So there
Yeah,
will
it is.
still be what we call consequences or bad things that happens if you don't take care of your responsibilities, but it's not a crime. You won't be arrested. Whereas something like a law, like one of the laws here in the United States is you cannot drink alcohol and drive. So let's say if I'm drinking lots of alcohol and I go driving, can I get arrested?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so that's an example of a law. If you break or if you don't follow a law, you'll get arrested, you could get a ticket, you would get in trouble with the police or the government.
Correct.
But something that is a responsibility is still something that's important to do. So a right or responsibility is something that's important, but it's not a law. It's still something you need to do, but if you don't do it, you won't be arrested. You still may lose your job, or if, let's say, if you don't vote, then you don't have a say in the government. Then you don't get to help choose the leader. Let's say for the next president election, let's say you like one president, but you don't like the other president. Well, maybe you don't vote, and then the person you don't like wins. And then you're unhappy because the person you don't like wins. But then that's why it's important for you to vote and to take care of that responsibility, because then you get a say in our government?
What is a right responsibility? Something that important, something we need to
Does
do.
anyone have any questions?
But if you need to
No, miss.
Okay, so let us now look at, so there's lots of 100 questions that can get a little tricky with this. So here's the first one. Name one responsibility, whoops, sorry. Name one
Citizen?
responsibility only for United
United
States
States.
citizens.
for federalism.
Good, good, I hear it.
Oh.
Yeah, say it loud, say it proud, you got it. It's, the answer is
Voting.
voting, thank you. To vote in a federal election.
Election.
So I always say if you hear responsibility and citizens, we know we're talking about voting because only citizens can vote, okay?
Yep.
Here's another one. What about this one? Name one right
Name one right
for
only for
United
United
States
States citizen.
18, 18.
So, and the citizen can vote.
Yep. To vote. Very good. So again, this one is to vote. So
Just to
this,
vote.
so it's two different questions,
Who can vote? The
but
citizen can vote.
they're still asking about a right or responsibility for citizens. So we know they're
Okay.
talking about voting.
Di ba?
Okay, let's see. Mimi.
Trong ta nền.
Mimi,
Trong ta nền sát này.
there are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them.
Citizen can vote.
Good, yeah.
Yes.
Any citizens can vote.
Citizen can vote.
Also, how old do you have to be to vote?
18 and older can
18
vote.
and older
Good. Citizens 18 and older can vote.
can vote.
Good. So again, if you hear that right or responsibility and it's asking about citizens, we know they're talking about voting. Now let's see. What about this one? What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United
in the
States?
United States.
Life and liberty.
Life and liberty.
Liberty.
Not that. I mean, those are 2 rights of everyone living.
Freedom of speech, freedom of religion.
Good. This one is asking about freedom
of speech, freedom of
Religions.
religions.
Do you have to be a citizen to have freedom of speech?
No.
No, everyone.
Good. No, everyone gets freedom of speech.
Yes.
What about freedom of religion? Do you have to be a citizen to have freedom of religion?
No, everyone.
You can practice religion, you cannot practice religion.
Good. Yeah. Freedom of religion. Everyone has the ability to practice a religion or to not practice a religion.
Yep.
So that's something that everyone has. So I know when we hear 2 rights, there's another question we'll look at next or very soon that talks about 2 rights. But really what you want to listen to is 2 rights of everyone in the United States. That's how you know they're talking about freedom of speech, freedom of religion. 2 rights of everyone. Now, life and liberty
New York.
are,
New York Harbor.
Wait. That's not the question, though.
Oh, sorry.
I like how excited you are. And that is what this is. But I think what people were
What is
thinking
the true
of
right
when they
from
said,
the Declaration of Independence?
Alam, just wait, I'm talking. So what are two rights from the Declaration of Independence?
What's the true right of
July 4,
Declaration of
1776.
July 4, 1776?
So remember, if we're talking about a date like July 4th, 776, that's a when question.
Oh, is that July 4?
It's okay.
What?
This is a what
Two
question.
right.
This is not a when question.
Okay.
July
So
4?
someone just said this answer when we talked about two rights before. So what are two rights from the Declaration of Independence?
Life and liberty.
Good.
Oh,
So this one is
I got
life
a mistake. It's the
and
liberty.
liberty. Yeah, these can be confusing because
Oh, yeah.
a lot
Is
of
it-
it sounds similar to other questions. So you have to listen very carefully. It's easy to make a mistake on these. So again, this
Yeah,
is
that's
talking
right.
about two rights.
Mm,
But this one, we want to listen to two rights of the Declaration of Independence.
mm,
And
okay.
that's life and liberty.
Liberty.
And then this, what do we call this in this picture?
Liberty.
Liberty.
It's the Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty. Yeah.
So if I asked, where is the Statue of Liberty?
New York Harbor.
New York.
Good, you
New York
could
Harbor.
say, yeah, you could say New York Harbor, or also just New York is okay.
New York.
Just New York is fine. So again, remember, listening to that first word helps you to figure out what they're asking for. So where, that's a place, like New York City. What, and we're talking about rights from the Declaration of Independence, that's life and liberty. Good. What about, what is one right or freedom from the First Amendment?
Speech.
Good.
Speech.
Freedom of speech. What's another one?
Freedom of
Freedom of religion.
Freedom of religion. Good. So this is like the same answer from the other question of what's two rights of everyone living in the United States? What are two rights of everyone living in the United States? These would be the same answer. Now for this one, it's only asking for one right.
One. Yeah.
So you only have to say one, speech or religion.
Speech. Yeah.
This other question is asking for two rights of everyone in the United States. So you would have to say both speech and religion to be correct. It's important to listen carefully to the questions. And if you're confused, it's okay to ask the officer to say the question again. I think these are some of the hardest questions because they sound a lot like other questions.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. So let's take a pause. Now let's just practice. Okay. Sheme,
Yes.
what is one right for United States citizens?
Vote.
Good. To
Vote,
vote.
vote and federation.
Vote in a federal election. Good.
Federation.
Good. Mohammed Nur Kareem. What are two rights in the Declaration of Independence? Oh, I think you're on mute.
Oh, life and liberty.
Good. Yes. So two rights, Declaration of Independence, life and liberty. Zudar, what is one right from the, sorry, let me make sure I'm saying this right. What is one right from the First Amendment? Oh, Zudar, you're on mute. Sorry, we can't hear you. Or sorry, what is one freedom from the First Amendment?
Freedom of speech. Freedom of religion.
Good. Freedom of speech. Good. See, Aruna, name what is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens?
Vote in federal election.
Good. See, Pate Klo, what are two rights of everyone living in the United States?
Peace and religion.
Good. Songte, what are two rights from the Declaration of Independence?
Life and liberty.
Good. Mohammed Alam, what is one right or freedom from the First Amendment?
First one, freedom of First Amendment. Freedom of speech.
Good.
Freedom of religion.
Good. Aisha, what is one right, or sorry, what is one, I lost my question. What are two rights of everyone living in the United States? Aisha, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what are two rights of everyone living in the United States?
Sorry, man. I don't know.
That's okay, I'll ask, let's see. Mimi, what are two rights of everyone living in the United States? Oh, Mimi, you're on mute.
What is the question is?
So Mimi, what are two rights of everyone living in the United States?
Freedom of speech, freedom of religion.
Good. Joe 9, name one responsibility only for United States citizens.
Oh,
Good. To
Oh.
vote. Mhm.
yeah.
Okay, let's see. Kasim, name one right only for United States citizens.
Vote.
Good. To vote. Very good.
Yes.
Damele, what are two rights from the Declaration of Independence?
Life and liberty.
Good. Okay, I think everybody's getting the hang of the difference when we hear rights, listening for everyone or citizens. Great. So now let's look at the answers from the quiz I sent out 2 weekends ago. Okay. So for these quizzes, when you click on the link, the very first thing you have to do is type your name, Teacher Caitlin. So let's see. Joe 9, How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
9.
9. Good. See, Mohammed Alam. Who is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court?
Who is the Chief Justice on the Supreme Court? John Ra. John what? I cannot see it. Oh, okay. I got it right now. John Roberts.
John Roberts. Good. Let's see. Daymele, what is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen?
Can I answer?
No, here, just we're taking turns, Mohammed Alam. Daymele, I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Obey the law of the United States.
Can you repeat again?
Sure. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen?
Be loyal to the United States.
Good. Be loyal to the United States. That's correct. There was also a second correct answer in this question.
Obey the law to the
Obey the
United
law
States.
United States.
Okay, yeah. What was the second correct answer?
Obey
Obey
the
the
lawyer.
law
Obey
to the
the
United
lawyer
States.
of the United States.
Good. Obey the laws of the United States. Good. Both of those were correct answers.
Correct. Yes.
Let's see. Aruna, when is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? April 15th? Good. Let's see. Mohammed Nur Kareem, when must all males register for the Selective Service? Sorry, I can't hear you. Mohammed Nur Kareem, can you hear me? Okay, I think something's wrong with his sound, so we'll do Banu Ibrahim. When must all males register for the Selective Service?
18 to 26.
Good. You can say age 18 to 26. Very good. And what's the other correct answer? This one also had two.
Age
correct
18.
80 and older.
Good. Yeah.
No,
we're
age
saying
18.
Age 18.
Both would be correct. Good. Okay. Pate Klo. Who makes federal laws?
Congress.
Congress. Good. So Congress makes the laws. Let's see. We'll do Sheme. Who signs bills to become laws?
President.
The president. Very good. Songtae. Who vetoes bills?
The president.
The president. Good. Let's see. Kasim. What does the judicial branch do?
Make the law.
Reviews the law.
The Congress makes the law.
Reviews the law.
Good. The judicial branch, we would say they review the laws.
Explain the law.
Or explains the laws. Yeah.
I say that reviews the law.
Yeah, for this answer, both would be correct.
Thanks.
Okay, let's see. Who else? Okay, Mohammed Nur Kareem, can you hear us this time? Oh, yeah. See, something's going on with your sound. Okay, we'll keep going. Let's see. Joe 9. What is the highest court in the United States?
Supreme Court.
Supreme Court. Good. Zudar. What is the rule of law?
Everyone must obey the law.
Good. Everyone must obey the law. Do I, as your teacher, do I have to obey the law?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who said no? I like that. No love for me. Yes, everyone. President, teacher, citizens, permanent residents,
Everyone.
anyone living in the United States must obey
Must
the law.
follow the law.
Good. Okay, let's see. Pate Klo. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens?
Let me check.
Freedom of
I
speech.
test
Freedom of
you the
religion.
question.
Oh, and
Freedom of speech, freedom of
Mhm.
religion.
This is one oops, sorry, that's in white. That's hard to see. One responsibility for citizens.
Okay.
Oh,
Vote
vote
is federal election.
Good. To vote in a federal election.
election.
Yeah.
I got a mistake there.
Okay, I know you're excited, Mohammed Alam, but let's wait till your turn, okay? Give people time to answer. Okay, I'll let you do the last one, Mohammed Alam. Name one right only for United States citizens.
Is it the same questions about in federal election?
Good. So yeah, they're two different questions, but the same answer.
Okay.
So when you take this quiz at the very end, when you finish, you'll want to hit this submit button. Does everyone see this?
See it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you take this quiz at the bottom, you'll hit submit.
Mhm.
And then if you'd like to see how you did, how many you got correct, you would hit view score.
10 correct. 10
And look,
correct.
we got 13 out of 13 correct. So that view score button allows you to see which questions you got correct, or if you got one incorrect, it can show you which ones you need to still keep practicing, okay?
okay.
Okay. So we're going to be doing these quizzes from now on because it helps me to see how everyone's doing in class. Now, like I said, when you're taking these quizzes, pretend it's like your interview. Don't use your book. Don't
Yeah.
ask your family members for the answer because during your interview, can you have your book?
No.
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 Will your family members be able to help you
No.
during your interview?
No either. No
Like-
either.
Last week on Friday, my husband had his citizenship interview.
I pass.
Yeah, and he passed.
Oh,
Good. Yeah, good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So there were two interviews. I got to be in the first one because they first asked questions about our marriage because he can become a citizen because he is a permanent resident from married to a citizen.
Yes.
So I got to be in the interview for the first part.
Oh.
But then when they did the citizenship interview, I had to leave the room.
Okay.
So they do not allow family members to be in the room during your citizenship interview.
Yes.
So it's important when you take these quizzes, I want you to pretend it's like you're in your interview, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna look at, so your homework for last week was pages 171 through 175 in your textbook. So if everybody gets their book out, we'll go to page 171.
Where is my book? I don't know.
Okay, so let's look, page 171. Let's see. Meaning,
U.S. Government.
Mimi, what is the answer for number 1? What is this a picture of?
Have a look.
You don't know? Okay, that's fine. Let's see.
Sorry.
Hey, Chloe, do you know what is number 1 a picture of?
You ask me?
Yes. Which one? What do you think number 1 is a picture of?
Is this is Congress?
This one is not Congress.
No, this is
May I answer this one?
today.
Oh, here. Okay, Patekla, if you're not sure, that's okay. Thank you for asking. Mohammed Nur Kareem, what is the answer to this one?
Is it the cabinet and vice president?
Yes, this one is the cabinet. Cabinet. So we can see here in the very front of the picture, we have the president, the vice president, and then there's the 15 members of the cabinet. Can someone tell me can you name one of the cabinet level positions? This one's for anyone.
435.
That's the House of Representatives.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Cabinet, Congress.
Congress, no. Mohammed
No.
Alam, what's one of the cabinet level positions?
Government level position.
Level position. Secretary of Labor, Secretary of
State.
State.
Oh, sorry,
No.
Mohammed Alam. I think Shemay and Sangte answered that for you. So these we're talking cabinet level positions,
Position.
Secretary of State, Secretary
Secretary
of
of
Labor.
Education.
Yes, Mohammed Alam, Secretary of Education. Good. Good. Okay, what about picture number 2? What do we see in picture number 2?
Congress.
Good. Congress.
Congress.
Good. And what are the 2 parts of Congress?
The Senate and House.
Good.
Representative.
Yes, the Senate and the House, or also known as the House of Representatives. Okay, Joe 9, what do we see here in number 3?
White House.
Good, the White House. Now, if I'm calling on people, everyone please give them a turn to answer.
Yes.
Sometimes everyone's too quick. I get
Yeah.
very excited, but let's take turns.
Sorry.
Okay, Banu Ibrahim, what's pictured in number 4?
Justice.
The Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court. Very good. So number 4, it's the Supreme Court. And Aruna, how many people are on the Supreme Court? Oh, Aruna, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
9.
9. Very good. Okay, let's see. Demele, what do we see in picture number 5?
The U.S. military.
Good. The U.S. military. Very good. And for number 6, let's see. All have Sangte. What do we see in number 6?
Number 6.
Justice.
Congress.
Judge.
Not Congress.
A judge.
Joe Washington. No, Joe Washington.
It is a judge, but what do we call a judge?
Oh, judge.
Judge in the
Jury.
room. A
Is it?
judge to the courtroom.
Justice.
A
don't know.
justice.
So number 6, Justice.
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 Good. A justice.
Justice.
Yes.
So if we just have one, we call them a justice. It means a judge. When we have all 9, that's when we have the Supreme Court. Okay?
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions about page 171?
No, miss.
Nope. Okay, let's look at page 172. Okay. One moment. So this one, how many branches do we have in the US government?
3.
3 branch.
branches.
Good. 3
Okay.
branches. So our 3 branches, let's all say this together. Our 3 branches are the executive branch, legislative
Legislative branch.
branch,
Judicial branch.
Judicial branch.
and judicial branch. So this one we had to match the words with which branch of government. So the first example was the president. So the president is in the executive branch. It's the same thing.
Executive branch.
Okay, let's see. Sheme. Where does the vice president belong?
How some belongs?
Which one? Is
What?
it the executive, legislative, or judicial branch?
Executive.
Wait, Muhammad Alam, I asked
No, no.
Sheme.
Legislative.
Sorry.
Sheme,
Legislative.
executive
Branch.
branch. Good. So we would put the vice president here. Okay, let's see. I'll have, see. Can Banu Ibrahim, where would I put representatives? Are they in the executive, legislative?
Legalistics.
Great. Yes. The legislative branch. Because the legislative branch, the other name for that is Congress. So the House of Representatives is in the legislative. Good. Let's see. Mohammed Nur Kareem, where would I put justices?
Justices, there'll be judicial branch.
Good. So the judicial branch is the same thing. Whoops, sorry. Judicial branch is the same thing as the courts or the Supreme Court. Very good. Okay. Aruna, where would I put senators? Oh, Aruna, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
Yeah, I am here.
Where would I put senators?
Speaker of the House.
Are they in the executive branch, the legislative branch, or the judicial branch?
Judicial branch.
Not the judicial branch. Let's see. Zudar, what branch would they be in?
Legislative branch.
Good. So for senators, they're part of Congress. So we put them in the legislative branch.
Say it. Legislative.
Mohammed Alam, where do we put the Speaker of the House?
Speaker of the House of Representatives. So I think in the legislative.
Very good, yeah. Speaker of the House is part of Congress, so in the legislative branch. And then Kasim, where would I put the cabinet?
Level position.
Kasim, can you hear me? Good. Good. Yes, the executive branch. Very good. You put the cabinet there because they work with the president. And what does the president do?
Make the law.
The
No,
president,
make the law. No. Presidents not make the law.
or this one I'm asking, what does the cabinet do?
The Constitution.
No, not.
Oh my God, no.
Oh, I hear it. There we go. The cabinet
Advises president.
Oh,
advises the president. Good. So the cabinet
Yeah,
and advises means to help. Okay.
the cabinet is vice president.
Good. Okay. So we'll stop here for today.